Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity. Let's allow everything just to slow down. And if we could indeed feel from the get-go, and it might be almost like an acrobat of like if Archangel Ariel were leaning over your head and touching your back, um, with a downward motion, letting your spine elongate, letting your brain waves elongate, letting everything have more space, letting your nervous system be spacious. And thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for all the grace, all the clarity, and all the peace. The angels have heard us. They are right here. Let's very simply let them perform their words some healing. We thank the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. So if you're like Gulliver and you're huge and the angels are small, let's very simply just breathe in and just let them getting into the minutia of you, into fascia, into nerves, into muscles. If we could just let thousands of angels descend upon you and within you and make order, but also to be very precise in allowing the perfect healing to happen, especially um, to not take anything for granted. That's their motto. And also to get into pockets of tension, including stored tension or assumed tension, or I always have that tension. It's very simply let them look at everything with a fresh eye and to create order and flow. So if we could see serotonin flowing, a perfect flow in your nervous system, everything uninterrupted, your meridians working perfectly, your chakras being perfectly balanced, front and back, and everything being brand new right now. And we're so grateful for this time of dedicated to healing, guidance, connection with the angels, and sharing. So we just breathe into all this goodness. And if we could just note, saying the obvious, that the angels they're at work, that they're here. If we could just breathe in, and if we could say our own names out loud, I am Mark. I fully receive this healing right now. I'm 1000% worthy of this healing right now. I 1000% deserve this healing right now. I release the notion of putting this healing off until another day. I allow myself to be fully healed right now. Wonderful. So if we could do, in the most positive use of the word, and this might require a bit of physical adjustment, if we could become passive, which is not something we normally do, if we could just take in a breath, just sitting where you are, and just let that experience happen of just being passive, letting the angels access you, perhaps even deeper. Let's just notice what it's like, and we'll stay in this space perhaps for a few minutes. And if we could just notice what it's like to quote unquote do nothing and just be and just receive. And if we want an activity, perhaps we could breathe in and out a bit deeper than normal, perhaps 10 times, perhaps 15. And as we continue this choice to be passive with breath, If we could very simply notice Mother Mary coming up and very simply and with 1000% truth telling you everything is going to be all right. So let's notice that nurturing goddess being with you. Let's notice Kuan Yin massaging your feet, also infusing energy into your feet. And let's very simply let's breathe again. And as we breathe, we'll notice the angels with delicate care focusing on any tension we store in our jaw. It's very simply just let the angels address that as we passively breathe. And if we could notice, very simply just notice with no action required, let's observe the pool of tension that's been gathered. And if you could notice, like waste disposal, Archangel Michael disposing of that tension and moving it away from you. So if we could breathe into this renewed experience of being tension free, let's very simply, without the need for action, in this positively passive space, let's re engage with breath and let the angels continue to heal us. And if we could notice from the angel's perspective, this is said with a hint of humor, but 100% truth, that the angels are not standing there working, going like, oh my God, this is terrible. Oh my God. They're not doing that. What was she thinking? Oh my God. They're not doing that. So if we could notice the opposite of that, which is them going, ooh, ooh, oh, we could release that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Let's just notice their positive intention, their positive attention. And we'll just breathe in. And let's just notice what it's like, even more consciously, to be loved and to let them love you right now and let them act with love on your behalf and releasing pockets of goodness, pockets of positivity, great strength, great resolve, great clarity. And we'll just breathe in and let that happen. And if we could gently say out loud, I allow myself to be unconditionally loved right now. I release the accumulation of debt. I embrace the accumulation of wisdom. I am free right now. I'm healed right now. The Michael Beckwith quote, I'm a candidate for goodness right now. I am aligned with love. I am right on time. I am right here, right now, being loved and supported. I forgive everyone for everything right now. I forgive myself for everything right now. I ask for forgiveness for everything right now. My energy field is pristine. I am dedicated to hope. I understand love. Thank you. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in. And if you could very simply notice, like when you get your car back from the mechanic and they tell you what they did, let's just tune in for a moment to the angels, to Kuan Yin at your feet, Mother Mary, and just let them tell you what they noticed and what they did. Whether you feel that, see that, hear that, or know that. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in. And we could say out loud to the angels and guides and goddesses, thank you. And if we could just take in a breath and we'll say this out loud. I give myself permission to move into the graceful and great unfamiliar. I give myself permission to move into the graceful and great unfamiliar. And if we can note this, that perhaps the things that we want might feel a little bit unfamiliar to us, and it's safe for us to move in that direction. There was a download years ago of The Good Lies in Unfamiliar Territory. And a download from Jim Morrison years ago was one of our jobs right now is to release our reference points, which might include, well, this is how this goes. And let ourselves be free to, in the work that we do here consistently, it's releasing the constraints, the rules, releasing or expanding upon what's possible. And if there's a space where we take risks, we make a different phone call, we do something differently, we have a different expectation, we have expanded vision of what's possible. We let our words or affirmations, including the highest possible good, be put to use. We just welcome new things that might be unfamiliar. Like being really satisfied all the time, feeling in flow all the time. We're very good at making do. Let's very simply notice it's okay for things to change. Yes? Wonderful. So if we could just breathe in with great grace and great peace, and feeling part of the glory of the planet, the glory of nature, we'll say once again to all the angels, the guides, the goddesses, thank you so much for healing me. Thank you for our friendship. Thank you. Wonderful. And with the restoration of everything, perfect flow and perfect grace in every single cell and system in your body, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We're so grateful for this opportunity to connect, to receive, to be, to recognize what's possible in positive passivity, and to recognize the possibility and action for us right now as we celebrate our lives. And with great praise, great peace, great harmony, great joy, we quite simply and lovingly ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.